Hey everyone, welcome to Good Taste, and look who we're cooking with today, Lidia Bastianich. Such a treat and great to see you again. And we're doing one of your favorites, pasta, right?
We are. We're going to talk all about pasta. You know, pasta is such a favorite out there. People love it. It's easy to cook, but how do you shop for it? What's the best shape to use? And ultimately, how do you dress it?
The way you buy dry pasta, there are absolutely certain things you look for.
Well, there is fresh pasta and there is dry pasta. Dry pasta should be made from 100% durum wheat. That's hard wheat. And it should look nice and yellow. So dry pasta, all it has is water and durum wheat. Nothing else is in there. Dry pasta should be nice and golden like that. It shouldn't have a sheen, and it should have a rough finish. Feel it with your hands. You feel that rough finish?
Absolutely.
Okay, that is in the dies, how the pasta is actually cut and passed through the dies. That means that the dies are soft. You know, traditionally it was on wood, so rough pasta is what you want. And why do you want that? You want that because the sauce adheres to that. And it also gives you a good mouth feel. So there's the whole gamut of long pastas with spaghetti, capellini, linguine. And these pastas absorb sauce in a different way.
Okay.
So sauces like linguine clam sauce or tomato sauce or meat sauce, butter sauce are great with this long shaped pasta. Then we have the whole gamut of short tubular pasta with nooks and crannies, and it has also the ridges. You see the ridges again? That's another mouthfeel, and that's where the sauce adheres to.
And a different type of sauce.
Absolutely. Chunky sauce, you can see how in these nooks and crannies, the peas or whatever you're putting in there, chopped vegetables, ground meat, will adhere to that. And therefore, when you're eating it, you take it in your mouth. But also, there's such a great play with different shapes of pasta. You know, it could be boring always the same shape of pasta. So make sure that when you shop, the pasta is nice and golden. It is not shiny. It is not floury, you know, or broken. You look through the little, because the boxes should have a see-through kind of, and you look through, you see it nice. It's not floury, because if it's floury, it begins to break down already, and you don't want that. Look that it's 100% durum wheat semolina. That's nice hard durum wheat semolina that gives you that great bite into pasta. And then ultimately choose the cuts that you like and diversify it. Do not oversauce the pasta. So this is a nice tomato and basil sauce. To a base like this, you can add vegetables or proteins, or could be shrimps, could be chicken. Now, I will put the pasta to cook.
Okay.
And there is a special way of cooking pasta also, and that is abundant water, boiling water, salt, and you know, I'm used to this, so I know exactly how salty. Well, it depends on what your health needs are, but it should be fairly salty, because once you cook the pasta, if the water is not salted, then the salt, you cannot enter the salt into the
later.
pasta.
It's got to be done early on.
For this, I've chosen capellini, and they're a great pasta because it cooks quickly. And whenever you're cooking a long pasta, do not break it. Us Italians like our pasta long.
Okay.
Now, do not break it. Put it in and let it sort of, all right?
So use a tall pot. Don't skimp and break it in half.
And let it sort of flow in. The pasta will flow in, kind of will settle in. Let's add some vegetables, you know.
Okay.
Peas. And these are frozen. Fresh. If you have fresh, you know, you can blanch them or cook them a little before. I have artichokes here, broccoli, but anything that your family
Well,
likes.
I like that because that's going to cut down on the carbs, but you still get that, you know, wonderful pasta satisfaction.
We'll add the shrimp, nice and clean shrimps, whole, or you can chop it up. But you can see how you can also add here, if you have chicken breast, you know, shred chicken breast, and you let this cook. Just cook away, doesn't need shrimps, doesn't need to cook all that much.
When you're cooking pasta, there's always a lot of debate about what should the right, correct texture of the pasta be?
You know, al dente. Now, capellini especially, they cook very quickly, so they're rather al dente here. I'm going to finish cooking them in the sauce itself. So make your pasta always a little al dente and finish cooking it in the sauce.
And you don't drain it?
Well, you could drain it, just don't rinse it.
Just don't rinse it.
You want that little stickiness to the pasta because that's where the sauce will adhere. So just give me some oil. Let's add a little bit of oil here.
You tell me when.
Go ahead. Okay. And I'm looking at this, you know, the capellini. You see how the capellini are still a little bit of kind of hard?
Right.
You want them because you want that because you want to be in control. You want to have it nice al dente. What I need here is a little bit of liquid here to cook this. So the pasta water is an ideal liquid. You know, people say, oh, should I put stock? Should I put some more sauce? Well, you don't want too much sauce because in Italian, the pasta is condita, condire, condiment.
Okay.
It's not smothered. So just enough sauce to kind of cook and coat the pasta. Would you like to add a little bit of basil here? Absolutely. Fresh herbs always. Let's shred it in. You can put herbs initially in the sauce, so you get it all out in the sauce.
Right.
But then you finish with the same herb at the end. But a little bit of grating cheese.
All
and
right.
it's great when you grate cheese the last.
At the very end?
Yeah, because you get all the maximum of flavor. And you see, and you just...
Your cheese of choice?
Grana Padano. I love Grana Padano, very milky. And I think this is fine. And now we'll plate it. And this is a balanced meal, certainly, you know, with the proteins, and you can increase and decrease that as much as you'd like. And of course, a nice little glass of wine.
And we have just the wine right here.
Well, Morellino di Scansano, that's a Tuscan wine. And a Morellino, you know, with tomatoes, red wine, but like a Chianti. So the varietal used in Morellino is Sangiovese. Sangiovese in Tuscany becomes Chianti. Sangiovese Grosso in Brunello becomes, in Montalcino becomes Brunello di Montalcino. In Sangiovese in Maremma becomes Morellino. So this looks beautiful. We want to taste, but you know, I like to taste.
Yeah, I don't want to destroy that. That looks too good.
Okay. So let me know what you think.
All right.
Okay.
No pressure here. Trying to eat pasta the right way with Lidia Bastianich.
Yeah, and you see it's still nice al dente.
Okay, get ready. It's not going to be pretty.
Good, huh?
Fabulous. And that was just your sauce.
Yeah.
And we added the veggies
tomato and
to it.
basil as a base, a little bit of Morellino, la mozza, and a nice plate of this, and you know, the whole family will just come running to the table.
Perfect, Lidia.
Salute. Salute.
Thank you.